I'm here with
Big
talk
Spank. DC's finest. You understand? How you doing?
pretty good. I'm pretty good.
You got me talking. Don't nobody give me talk. You just like a special somebody. I don't do interviews.
I appreciate that. I want to ask you some things today. One being, what inspired you to start fighting?
Mm, I ain't gonna lie to you. Anger at first. I lost a lot of people. My mother, baby father, everything, grandmother. Everything happened like a cool little fast span of time. But it got to the point where I let the anger take over, and I was just going outside. And I ain't gonna lie to you, people was getting ass whoopings for shit they ain't even do, you know. And it just got to a point. It was like, if you know how to beat somebody up, try to do this. And like I said, it's not my first time trying boxing, but my first time I actually tried to take it serious because I am learning discipline from it. Like I'm not just learning how to beat somebody up the skilled way. I'm learning that and then some. Like I'm working on my endurance,
Right.
strategy, like combinations and fighting. You feel me? Like trying to put it together, not just so it can look sweet, so it can accurately do what it's supposed to be doing, put it together. Like shit like that.
That's real. So, at what point do you plan on transitioning from just,
Mm,
basically street fighting
Street fighting.
to getting a pro license and taking this more serious?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was cocky with it at first. At first, what I said was, and I told my coach this too. It was just like at first I was pummeling the girls so bad, all of the girls. It was like I wanted the competition to make me the competition that I should get when I actually get some to make me want to take it serious. Like you get in there with people that's just doing it for clout. You get in there with some people that's just trying it out. Like I just tried it out, but like I said, when you get like that certain amount of competition, it make you be like, oh yeah, maybe I do need to get in the gym. Like I said, just because I've been winning, don't mean my chin ain't get touched. You can see my matches. I am getting hit back.
Right, right,
I
right.
just can take a punch, which we know most girls can't do. And like I said, what people mess up in the ring is street fighting. You cannot street fight in the boxing ring. So the skill that you use, even the street fight, is not going to accurately work in the boxing ring because you have to strategically swing. You have to learn your opponent. In a street fight, you're not worried about what they got on, what they look like, who they is. You just trying to get your man. In the ring, you have to actually use your self discipline that you have and that you're learning to gain a better understanding of how you should move maneuver in the ring
Right.
and out of the ring. Because like I said, it's not all just in the ring too. I did a test on boxing and failed miserably the first 3 times. And it was 10 questions. Yet I get in the ring and show my natural black, you know what? But I
Right.
didn't know none of like I be telling them I'm not trained or none of that. Like I've never put the pads on with my coach and punched no bag or none of that. I do that on my own, just try to get some.
So, but what's making you not do these other things or not becoming more disciplined towards the sport as far as like wanting to just put every inch of your heart and soul into it?
Cause I know how to do so much. Like I said, what they say, baby D do everything out the same house. I know how to make food. I do hair. Like I said, I'm a mom of 3. Well, everybody thinks I'm a dyke. I do a
I'm
lot of
a
things. You
father of
feel me?
4. I understand. I understand.
And it just be like when you're multi-talented, your recreational time be a little bit better. And like I just posted on my gram earlier, my move when I found another stream of income. Something
Right.
that I know I can do. It might not be something I'm good at, but once I master a skill, it's pretty self-explanatory how to get it done and show the world that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I saw you promote one of my friends. They had a birthday bash the other night.
We had a ball. I was actually there.
Yeah, my homegirl Brittany. I grew up with her, so that's dope. A lot.
I do. I usually dance there. Like I said, multi-talented, do other things as well. Like I said, it gets to a point in time. Like I said, I'm using the discipline that I'm learning to navigate my regular life. That was the one thing that I took from it. Not just like, okay, we know you know how to fight. What else are you taking from boxing besides putting your hands on somebody? Because if you're genuinely trying to learn and be better, the objective isn't just to be fighting, whether you're boxing or outside. So I'm actually learning how to work on my anger, and it's not about hard, it's about strategic skill and stuff like that. It ain't really what I thought it was. And at that fact,
Right.
I was made me a little bit more interested because I'm thinking, oh, I'm just gonna get in there and whoop somebody, and just that's what it's gonna be. Nah, you gotta do this. I was swinging wrong. I have hurt my hand several times swinging the incorrect way. I've been hurt my body moving the wrong ways. I'm still now working on footwork. Like I said, it's still a lot of room for improvement. Like I said,
How old
until
are
I
you?
get my butt whooped, I'm the biggest dog I know.
How old are you currently?
I'm 26 years old. I will be 27 March the 15th.
Yeah, you still young. You know what I mean? Coming from somebody in their 30s, you still young. You got time. You know what I mean?
That's
Some
why I'm
people,
navigating through
I,
more than one thing.
I got a friend right now that just went pro at, like, I think he said 29, he went pro.
It's
But
all
right
right.
8-0, you know what I mean? And he in the top 15 ranked middleweights out. So
That's all right. That's
it
all right
all
right there.
depends on what'll push you towards that sport. You know what I mean? And he doing well for himself now. So that's why I was saying, taking it a little serious. You never know the avenue that could take you. You know, but
Yeah.
as we know, with street fighting, Kimbo Slice, he started out street fighting, and
I was watching
when
this
you
shit
when
too.
you look back at his career, he ended up getting in that the MMA, and he transitioned over to
To
boxing.
the boxing. I know.
So you never know which direction it'll take you in.
That's why I keep my options open though.
But
You
just
know.
been entertaining in general. Look at somebody like Ronda Rousey, how she ended up in the WWE after a while.
Hey, I couldn't believe I seen her on there after actually seeing what she could do in that gate and that the hexagon, and for her
Right.
to go to that lights, camera, action. It was like, oh nah. When they put the E in WWE, it became exactly what it stands for, entertainment. I would have never thought I seen her in that ring. That was actually a fun thing to witness.
You know what I mean? It was good to see that run though. I think that's what the WWE missing, like more entertainers, like how it used to be. You know what I mean? It used to be like full of like entertainers, like
Better
people went crossing
storylines.
over becoming actors later on, but that's because they knew how to move an audience. They knew how,
Hmm.
hold a crowd. And that's the one thing I did notice about your fights. The crowd reacts to you well. So, you know what I
My
mean?
city on my back.
What do you take from the crowd's energy?
It depends, because like I said, all of it ain't always positive, even though it's the majority. But I could say in a positive light, what I take from it is some people don't even know me. Some people just meet me at my boxing match. And to see that they drive all these hours or go come all these places just because I posted something on Instagram. They don't know me. It just be like, okay, it gives me a little bit more motivation because it's not just coming from people who know me. It's better when it comes to people who know me, but I would say I've learned that to acknowledge that it's better as well when they're from strangers because you never know who's watching. I didn't know that many people was watching me. I had somebody text me earlier from Korea. I've never been there,
That's
but
dope.
you got this and that out Korea, and I've been to Atlanta. I had somebody come here to DC from Florida. I've been trying to make my way around. I'm gonna go out Cali and I'm gonna holler at my man K Mac. I know K Mac in here. It just take sometimes I don't take nothing from it as well. Even if sometimes I take a positive motivation, because like I said, all of it's not always positive. You see a person always winning, you want somebody to beat their ass. Especially if they either beat up one of your folks in the ring or you just keep seeing them pummeling every person, big, small, fat. It don't matter. You want to see somebody get in there and actually give me some go. And sometimes the negative turn into a positive because they wind up not liking me because I'm beating everybody. But then, damn, it
I
don't
mean,
matter.
somebody gotta do the job. So it's a
It's a hard job.
right.
It's a hard L too, because not only are you gonna lose, I have a fan base. I have my city on my back. When I go places, I don't just say Spank. I say I'm from Washington, D.C. I am not from the DMV. The DMV consists of the District, Maryland, and Virginia. I am not Department of Motor Vehicles either. I am from the district. And when I go places, like prime example, I went to Atlanta and I called out every fighter they had in the middle of their ring in the biggest club they got up
I
there.
was definitely about to ask you that. Like, how's it traveling? Like, have your coach, has he took you on the tour yet? Like, started to move around with you or trying to? But I see people that do these things. They they interact with Philadelphia or New York or just
Mm-hmm.
other places. And I applaud your coach, man. I love the platform he been able to create for himself. You know what I'm saying? See a
But this
grown
what I'm gonna
player.
add this. I'm gonna add this because I don't think people know this, and I had to make this clear early on live. My record for street boxing is 14-0, and I have 7 knockouts. I got acquainted with Stefan through the Explore page on Instagram. I was
Okay,
in Atlanta waiting for my boxing match to start. I was literally in the club. I said, when I beat her, because I know that's how I tell, I know I'm gonna win. When I beat her and I get back to the city, I want to get in your ring. He said, for real? Now, mind you, he see little small, skinny, scrawny girl, all right, like the guys take it serious, but most of the girls don't really take it as serious. So he thought I was kind of playing with him. Get
right,
down here, get in the ring. I didn't get in his ring until I made 7-0. Before him, I was already doing it. I was just doing it with a promoter and just making little events, quick cash, get celebrities, get my name out there. And I started like from 7 to 14, 7 to 14. That's all of my fights through the hurt business. And what I mean by not being fully under him yet, I am not like signed to anyone yet. That's just who I'm rocking with. When I
right,
came
right.
down, he showed me everything he told me showed me. And I'm a person that like action. So and I stuck with him. Like I said, I've never been in the gym with him and punched, trained, pad work, running outside in a regular gym. None of that. Everything I fight exactly how I fight in the ring outside. I just have equipment on. And when he saw that, imagine when I do actually take the smoking and the extracurricular activities out of it. If this is me without training, I'd be very scared of me
I
when
mean,
I actually do hop in that gym.
I'm not saying that I know any, but you know what I mean. It's been word that pro boxers. I'm not encouraging nobody, nothing like that, but we saw it in the past with pro
Mm-hmm.
boxers. They smoke weed. I mean, Mike
Mm-hmm.
Tyson had a show where he was smoking weed. So
But I feel like to have a better experience to actually thrive and get the
yeah, you
actual
need your
experience,
lungs.
I need it. And that's like I said, me turning over this healthier lifestyle. Like I said, I am a mom. So I gotta be here for 3 youngins. I gotta make sure that not only am I enjoying myself, but I'm being smart while I'm doing it. I can't gas. Like I
You're
said,
a
being as
boy
though I don't
mom.
gas now and I still
What,
smoke is a
what,
great thing.
what's your children consist of? You a boy mom or
Mm,
mixed?
I'm a mixed mom. I got 1 boy, 2 girls.
Okay, okay,
My
okay.
daughter' birthday actually Sunday.
Girl,
She be
girl,
4.
dad got 4 daughters in total, no boys.
Sheesh, I wanted all boys, man.
Life was fair to you.
Nah, life wasn't fair to me. I spent the block twice and got girls looking for boys. I think he humbled me, is the better word. But my boy, he was outside with mommy. I had girls and had to be a girl. And as we see, that don't always be what I'm on. Mm, no. What I can say is boxing to me means a second chance. And it can mean everything to somebody else. It can mean something different to somebody else. But to me, Naya, that is my real name, it means to me that I am progressing and growing in the positive manner. Because I was going in the wrong direction. I'm just going to say that to make it short and sweet. The wrong direction. And if I wouldn't have found that new, oh yeah, I know how to fight, so I can get in here and do this and try something to put that anger into, even just not even fighting in the ring, just going to the gym. I'll be in my
Right.
living room punching the wall with my equipment on, just to get it out. I'm able to finesse it and use it outside the ring too. So I feel like to me, boxing is a second chance because I was never given a second chance on the streets. Every time I do something on the streets, I'm going to jail. Ain't no second chance was if I come home. I don't want to get to that point again. I dug hard ways to get up out that place. And now that I feel like I've got my foot in the door, once I kick it open, I'll kick it open for whoever behind me. But once I get in, I'm walking down the hall.
But
It's
this
just
is
gonna be simple.
leading back to what I was saying about, taking it, more disciplined route to go pro because the money some of them girls make, man, it's a different landscape now. You got MVP out here.
Yeah.
Um, you got Salida Promotions. You got, I mean, it's a lot. You got Matchroom. You got a lot of different brands now. This picking up more women and trying to sign them to contracts and getting them more active and actually
Yeah.
lead them into a better situation. It's not like how it used to be where more women had the struggle to get fights and you know what I mean. I'm not saying that it's open where it's not still hard to make fights. I'm just saying it's not as hard to make fights as it once was as far as the money aspect of it. So
Yeah, and there was another thing, far as me doing this street boxing shit like that. It's very hard trying to find somebody that's gonna test this shit. Like, to be honest. And sometimes, like I said, when I was noticing I was going to my fights, most of the people want to see me. They want
right,
to, because I don't do this. So they don't get nothing out of me but a flyer and a time and date. And they see what they see. They want to hear me talk. They want to see. So it'd be like, okay, how do I help me, help you, help us?
right.
And try to make sure that, I at least get some type of words out. That's why I took this interview, because it's like, I don't talk to people. Like,
And you feel like more people need to hear from you. You know what I mean?
yeah, like, okay, they actually commit to coming to all of my fights. Don't even know me. Couldn't tell you my first name. They know is Spank. I don't want to see Spank. Where's Spank? Hey, who's she
I was
fighting?
gonna say, why don't you, like why don't more people know your name? As I asked you before the interview, I ain't know your name. So
Because it was like, to know. First of all, I'm just gonna say this: you don't get the name Spank. My name is not Spank E, and I tell people it's Spank no why, and you're going to know why. The name is Spank, and you don't get that name by accident, especially as no female.
right,
So if I recreated Spank for boxing, we just gonna use our better thinking to think we know where Spank even came from. And I
yeah.
was testing that, even trying to put that on my boxing,
I
but
hear
I
you
did.
saying stuff like that. Have you thought about merch or what I mean,
Yes,
coming up with like a slogan for yourself or something with that name? Because
I have been trying to figure out
it
what's the name for it.
trained it to you. That's something that I run by with your coach as well. With
We are actually
maybe he
working
can
on
help you with
merchandise
that.
right now for me, my Spank apparel. We're actually working on it. Like I said, I have a few things in the play right now. My podcast, a couple people know about, that's coming out. All things Spank speaks, talks, everything. That's what's gonna make me do more of this. Like, even if I don't get somebody to say, "Hey, let me do an interview with you," I can have my own
Your,
platform,
your own
build
merch.
it up. Hey, Spank
But see,
speaks.
that's the thing about having a YouTube. I advise everybody to have a YouTube
I
page.
have one. Follow me at Spank Speaks.
Make
3S.
sure y'all drop vlogs on there, y'all. So it could just be you at the gym. You set up a tripod like this, and you could
Just
be hitting
get busy.
legs or running on the treadmill. Just any of that type of stuff is the stuff I feel like people want to see more from. You know what I mean?
And they
Like,
also wanted to see me train, because from me keep telling people, I don't have no training, and keep they watching me beat this shit out of somebody. It's like, you lying. Oh, I
right.
see the way you hit that bag. I've been told several times
Some
beyond my
don't
better
just
knowledge
work
of
out and
myself.
just showing, daily activities. I feel like more people want them, daily video blogs from y'all, man. So
Yeah,
we
just
can
like they
see
didn't
what
know I had
you're
kids.
doing.
The way I dressed made to confuse some of my viewers, even some of my supporters. When I bust out that I was a mom of three, it was like looking at my body was like, nah. But then the way I carry myself on the streets, like I said, I don't dress up for the block. I dress up when I'm going somewhere.
I
So
mean,
you get regular.
you a tomboy. You're not really a stud.
No, I would say I'm not even a tomboy. I like male clothing. I put that shit on. Let's just keep it a
Okay.
hundred. Y'all underwear, y'all boxers are way more comfortable than female underwear. Y'all socks don't make our feet stink. Y'all long johns actually keep us warm versus ours are for show for the design on the outside. Let's just keep it a bean. Do what works for me. I don't care if
Did
somebody
you
don't
tap?
like it.
Did you tap into this when you were younger? Like, you know what I mean? Or this just is something that just started coming about when you started fighting and stuff?
That's Spank. That's all around Spank. That's like, I prefer a sweatshirt. I'm about to put on sweatpants now. I would prefer, comfortable or boyish over glitz and glam, and that's just part of something that I went through as a child. You feel me? I never wanted to be the in the face person no more, because things happen in life, and it's just like some of that attention get you the wrong attention.
I was
And
how do you deal with like the male attention? Like, what's your responses? Or Like, how do you know what I mean? Like, explain.
Humbly, humbly, because like I said, I'm learning that criticism is going to be given whether I like it or not. And like I said, I was taught if I can give it, I should be able to receive it. And not only receive it, but sometimes everything don't deserve a response. Some messages or criticism on my comments and stuff, I'll just simply like it and say thank
Right,
you. Like somebody said, "Oh, her chin's too far up." I said thank you. Next week I'm working on chin work. Or your feet movement are in the same spot every 5 minutes of the fight. Okay, thank you. By my next fight, you'll see more footwork.
you will see better footwork.
Stuff like that. Or like they told me about my left hand, you always throw your right hand, throw your left. I like the message, and in my next fight, all I threw was my left.
Right,
No, stuff like that. I'm trying to learn how to take the anger out of it, basically. Basically, show a person that I can be talked to. Because just because I beat somebody up in the ring, I've had several people walk up to me and be scared to even speak. Or just stare at me. Like, yes, I'm Spank. I am very much so approachable. I'm not mean. I'm not, hi. Even
nah,
kids.
I feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For the
Like,
little famous in my own city. It'd be like everybody that I
nah,
think everybody know me and you don't know
I
me. Hi, I'm Spank.
boxing stuff, and I'm a bit, I'm more selective on how I approach them. It's not a intimidation. It's just you never know. Cause
Man.
first off, for a woman to get to the point where she wants to fight, you know what I'm saying? Either
It'd be like, oh.
non-professional or professional, you gonna think to yourself like, what type of like what type of trauma she trying to get out? Like,
And if
what,
you
what made
know
her
Spank,
for a
you
wall that
know.
want to
I'm
destroy
just gonna
something?
say that like that. If
You know
you
what I
know
mean?
me, you know. And then to see me doing something like this, my actual friends and people that actually grew up with me or people that have helped raise me and know me from around the neighborhood, to see me boxing has kept me out of so much trouble. When I tell you, about a couple months ago, I told all my friends and family that I usually go to bat for 100% strong on my back. Y'all gotta find yourself a new crash out because I'm working on something. And for all the people that say I need you to be better, I don't need for you to stop this progress because you need my help still. If that's still what you want, I think you gotta help yourself now because I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to get out of the I'm in my bed and you're my brother and you call me, somebody just beat you up. It could be three men. I'm a female, but I'm still on my way.
Nah,
It's
uh, wherever that brother at, that ain't that, bro. Don't put a female in man situations if you can help it, and
it
especially
just be
if it's
like,
not involving another woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or when it gets to a point where like I had to make them evaluate what they was telling me to do. Just last week, I wanted to crash out for myself. Just example. But you know, Spank, you got a boxing match coming up, and this and that, and the
I
kids
mean,
need
it
you.
shouldn't be that. It should be people leading by saying you a mother.
But hold on, no. But then they'll turn around and then in the same weekend of that week, want me to crash out for them. See what I mean? Like when it was for myself, it was like, nah, you got something
It's
to
more of
live
a
for,
select
and
thing when they want you to show your ass, basically. When they want you to wild out.
find yourself a new crash out. Cause it's gonna come to a point in time when Spank do get that little license everybody looking for me to get and hop in this gym. I'm not gonna be able to touch anyone outside of
Right,
the
right,
ring.
right, right, right.
So let's prepare for that. Let's get in that headspace now. I'm not touching nobody else outside. Walk away.
So,
Breathe 3 times. Step off. Like man,
so, so, with you knowing some of the professionals in the area and stuff, what make you not gravitate towards like just training with some of them? Sometimes, like, all right, like for example, like, um, but one of the fighters in the area, like, them over at headbangers or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I
pretty sure
heard about
they
them.
got some women over there that you could train off of and stuff like
See, it's
that.
not that I don't gravitate to them. I don't know them. That's what I mean by why I'm
But
trying
we
to
think about
grab
like press,
a
like
wider, broader
third round.
audience to get it out there. Like
Yeah,
I can't, I
but
can't.
what if you had somebody that wanted to, help you on your
I'm
first
open
type
for all and any boxing opportunities. I post all day. When I want to talk to somebody, I don't third man them. I text them. It's like I text Jig. I text the girls, make sure they want to fight me. This is not a pressure to you. If you don't, like I said, majority of the girls will say yes, and then they'll click my Instagram, and then the day of, it's a no. Or they'll see me on Instagram, I look kind of small, and then see me in person and be like, I'm not fighting her.
But see,
Like,
that's what I was saying about knowing the weight that you actually want to sit in at, or get
see,
comfortable.
I'm 160 right now.
Right. So if that's your walk around weight, then your cut down weight should be something like
See, no, I had a cut down
one
weight at first.
one fifty four,
I went
one
up
forty
in weight.
seven, really.
No, let me tell you out. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you this shit. I went up in weight because I was fighting girls my weight. I was 140 pounds, 144, no bigger, 140, 150 range. I'm fighting the girls that are 140, 150 range, and I'm destroying them. I'm gonna use the word. And then I'll get my biggest opponent was 215. I
Okay.
get one of those opponents, and they feel like since
That's
their
the
weight is a little bit bigger, they can do something with me. They try to basically test me. You fought a skinny girl, you fought a girl your height, your size, your weight. Let's put you in there with somebody bigger and see if the weight going if it's going to make you move, and it doesn't. My biggest opponent was 215. I'm only 160. That's the biggest I've ever been besides being pregnant. So it was like I went up in weight to acquire bigger and, in a sense, better competition, because the competition that was in my range wasn't technically in my range, even though it is on paper. They were really getting hurt. And mind you, this is not professionals. We can still get in trouble in a sense for these things. We're not signed to any, like, something like, unless we sign waivers, stuff like that, like we usually do sometimes, it's not going to work.
right.
I went up in weight to acquire more competition because the weight I was at, the competition I was getting wasn't competition. So I'm sitting at this 160 because I was at 155. I made it to 160, a buck 60, simply because of this Krishan thing I'm trying to pull off.
Because we're around what weight would you think she was if you had to?
I was
You know,
told already, she's 155 pounds through 160. So am I. I started at 155. I gained the extra 5 pounds just to put me in the range because I was told twice I was too small because they're
okay.
looking at me on Instagram. Yet in person, I am actually a little bigger, taller too. So it's like, only
So
thing she
so
ain't beating
so
me at right now is height. She's 5'2", 5'3". I'm 5'7", 8".
so when you see her training with some of the other fighters in the area and some of the coaches in the area, what do you think about that? Like when you see that, like
I'm
what's
happy for
your
her actually, because before I wanted to box her, like I said, she's a Pisces. Her birthday is the day before mine. I actually love watching her. I've seen her in person before. You feel me? Like, is this if me seeing her get the skill does not do anything to me, but make me be more proud of her that she's actually using this sport like I am. She's using it as an outlet to stay out of trouble and get her life together. Is that not
right,
what
right,
Spank
right.
is doing?
So let me ask you, you got Gilly the Kid out here with his movement, with his
I done got
body.
two things sent to that.
You got
Man,
Aiden Ross with his situation going on at with his brand rest jump. So like why not want to take one of them approaches or try to reach out to them type of outlets?
I would
uh,
say,
DK had just did that not too long ago. I know Goofy's was on he was
yeah, I
on
know Goofy's. Goofy's was one of my
knockout party.
referees for one of my fights. He got a fight coming up. I'm gonna go to. He was one of my referees for my very first boxing match back into this when I had Natalie Nunn come down. That's my
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like I want to see. Nah, you know what? I don't want to throw too many names.
Don't say it and don't
Fuck
finish.
it, man. They know I fuck with both of them, but Goofy's and Pop, man, do something for the area, y'all.
Yeah, I know
You
Goofy
know what
about to do
I mean?
something with
Just
Seven.
it's like a battle of the comedians. Like they throw.
Man, I'm trying
Oh,
to
matter of
see
fact,
that show.
they met. Go, Goofies and Davy or something. You know what I'm saying? That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
some funny shit. I didn't
Yeah,
know Goofy's could box, but he about to be in a boxing match coming up.
but that's the thing. Pap been on a couple of events or so.
Alright.
It'd just be
What
funnier
time
to
is
see, two guys from the area, you know what I'm saying, entertain something like that. You know what I mean?
Good.
Instead of them going out here and you risking it all to fight somebody out in Philly, and then it's like
Mhm.
it can affect you back home and it's affecting you out there. So now you the big.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you balance it. That's called you guys call balance.
I
That's
think I
so
got
balance.
introduced to street fighting when I well not introduced to it, but out here in the DMV when I first saw Toe and Wolf.
Yeah, I know so.
I think he fought the dude Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He beat
that's
the
how I
shit
got.
out of him.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. You know what
Wow, you
I'm
beat it. I'ma just say it for the viewers that ain't. I'ma say what's on everybody. He beat that man ass.
saying? It's crazy.
I love you, man, but he
And,
beat
and,
your
and,
ass.
and set him down, Sandy. That's somebody else. I got.
Listen, he was around my way. Long live my Uncle Buck. He was supposed to fight my Uncle Buck. And my Uncle Buck got killed. And I ain't seen sit him down since he came around Paradise, man. If I was to ever see him again, he'd be actually proud of me. He know my father, he know my grandmother, he knew my uncle. He been telling me about this boxing shit since they set the ring up around by the recreation center over around Paradise, and they did the guns up, gloves down, jump. The guns down, gloves up, jump. And he's like, get in this, little go hard, get in this. And they call this little go hard because my father. And I'm like, nah, I ain't getting in there. Ain't nobody gonna want to fight me, something, you know what I'm saying? And he would actually be proud of me for actually getting involved now. Because at first it was a hard no. And I ain't had no reason to even say no. I was just too far in the streets. It was just a hard no. Now it's a hard yeah. I ain't seen him, you know. I ain't even heard nothing about him. No promos, no none of that, you know. Man getting old.
Now I was going definitely inquire like where he was at. You know what I mean? Cause that's a good interview right there. Just to ask him
Man.
for you. Ask him what made him even start doing that. Like how that
How
video.
that start? Like, like you kind of
I
own it.
never understand like this what I never get. Like when people see themselves going viral, at what point do they say, "Let me take control of this situation so I can actually benefit off of it"?
Look,
Because it's like
I
sometimes
did.
people will be a puppet, and I don't get why they being a puppet, and it's like they don't get like without you, the operation don't move. So why not
Yes.
get Taylor around yourself? Of
I
it,
did that though. I went viral off a street fight. And I got so many likes and views and people adding me and asking me questions and oh my god, why you beat her up like that? And once I went viral off of a street fight, that's when I took my first promotion for the it started off as Baddies Bikini Boxing because we had Natalie Nunn come first. Then I had Tasiki, Krishan's sister, come for my second one. The third one I had a full fit, but I still had two celebrities in the building. I had Tinkerbella and Diamond the Body come. So like I said, I tried the reality way. I basically put forth an effort to see which way I was gonna take the path, and it to keep the actual fight in me still alive. I didn't go reality. I went boxing because I'm not trying to kiss ass for a check, and I want my fights to actually be my fights. I don't want it to be looked at nothing else from gossip. It's no storyline behind it besides weight, height, and competition.
but
Ain't no drama story, no, nothing. My family life and my boxing don't touch.
the reason I say that is like the scale back a little bit is because like people don't understand like with the branding aspect, if you got good branding, like it'll take you far. Like
Yeah.
just because all right, like I'm gonna give you an example. Like I got a homeboy named JYD,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Peterson. He out here in Philadelphia, right? Junkyard Dog, like his shit moving in a certain direction as far as like his social media, like he got over 100,000 on social media. He brands himself well. He brands his product well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Terrible Jones. Like you make a bunch of videos, he call him Terrible Jones. But then when I look at somebody who a world champion from our city, like Gary Antoine, this no disrespect, Swan, but it's bad branded. It's like
Yeah.
he
You
don't brand.
got you got you got to throw yourself out there.
Sometimes it's like niggas won't stick with the same page or they
Yeah.
won't. You ever seen somebody make a new Instagram like once every 2 to 3 weeks, little
And
shit
I
like that?
don't add them because I don't know if it's them or not.
Right. It be that type of shit going on where it's like your brand then fluctuate, but it make it bad for the promotions because now they not only looking for the best fight. Sometimes they looking at, I feel like, who can sell and who can bring people out, and that's what I was saying about.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that with you on Instagram Live. I mean, it was the whole time it never dropped under a good 25 people. So it just let you
Mm-hmm.
know, if nothing more, that's 25 people who invested enough to sit there and
Sit
watch.
there and listen.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
I feel that. I say I do a lot of self promotion too. As you can see, like the minute you sent me the one picture, I turned that picture into I put the time, this, and I sent it out
Yeah,
to
I
100
see
people.
you'll do your own thing as far as the doing
Everything.
the promo blast and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
What am I about to put on shoes wise? You trying to put no slip on? I gotta go dance, so I'm looking at my shoes and stuff. I'm talking to
Nah, you
myself.
good, you good. You
We
know what I
go
mean?
in a little bit. I'm about to tell my brother come get me because we still gotta go get her. And after we go get her, I gotta be there at 1.
You
I
my
got to dress.
I actually used to back in the day. What McCumbos? My ex girlfriend used to work there.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, you remember McCumbos back on
I
J?
do.
Hey,
I do. That was a
yeah,
minute ago though. Like all the old clubs and the I and shit that used to be out. If they were still here now, I was
they
making
used
a killing,
to
man.
over there house down in DC over
What?
640 house.
Oh no, I don't got like see certain ones I don't deal with. Cause you got new people,
Right,
and
right, right.
I miss the old people, the no nonsense people, the get a bag people.
Man, I don't never knock nobody out, man. Whatever
I
they
don't knock them. I just don't associate with them. I make very clear that I only want to associate with the best because I'm not gonna give you nothing but the best. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. It don't come out my mouth unless I'm gonna do it, and I respect that reciprocation. You understand? It just be certain people want something for nothing, and like I said, help me, help you, help us put the work in. That means we all get a piece. It ain't no help you, help this. Like I said, I'm not under jig because people were under the impression that you under the hurt business and he putting his name on everything. But what they don't know is behind the scenes. I love being behind the scenes. I don't have to be on the face of everything for you to know that I'm getting down to the business. That's the
oh,
best
hey,
part about me.
I'm
Nobody can tell you
pretty
nothing
sure
about me but me. That's why it's the
you
best
just come
part
out
is
the
you
field like
gotta ask me everything you want to know about me because can't nobody tell you better than I can. I don't
man.
care what they saw, what they heard, what they had, what they know. If you want to know something, that's for anybody, even you. If somebody wanted to know your favorite color, they couldn't ask me unless you told me, but they still have to check with you to double check and make sure I'm right.
Right, you gotta go to the source.
Exactly, and I am that. I'm feeling. Ooh, no. I don't even want blue, so I'm good. I don't. I want this. I'm a spoiled brat. Like no funny. People swear I'm mean, and I am literally the walk up to me and see my mean face or my resting bitch face, and then say hi, and I bust out laughing. It'd be just like, damn, I thought she was mean, or the way you fight make a motherfucker don't even want to say hi. Man,
I feel like you can't judge people based off of that, but at the same time, as I said, you got
I got
what
judged off my arm. She thought she asked me was I in transition. I said
I was gonna ask you, how often do you work out?
um
Well,
I
that's
that's why I
not
say
always
my
that's
recreational
just
purposes, like I said, I do other things that require me to keep consistently moving.
I was about to say you off your Alicia Bungardner. You got strong arms,
I
man.
know. Again, why people will see me on Instagram in a dress at my after hours dancing, and then when I'm ready to box, it's like that's not the same person I just saw last night. Or you
Right,
just
it's like
had
two people in one.
they thought I was two people at first, and then went from being two people to me being a dyke. And then I bust out, I got kids, and now I'm in transition. I don't know what that means, but I ain't transitioning to nothing. I'm so straight. I don't stop at stop signs. I don't U-turn. None of that. Never
So I
touched a
mean,
woman in my life. Probably by accident, drunk, but not off no hey. First of all, why would I want to be a stud? I told everybody, studs have a hard life and a bad mouth. The minute they get mad at their girlfriend, they gotta go eat somebody else's coochie. Why I want to be a stud? Why I can't be the girl? Like,
we gonna we gonna keep the interview PG-13.
all right, man. All right. I'm just saying though. You can comments PG-13. I done went through 3 comment sections today and talking about I know what a female in transition look like. Well, show me. I don't know what you saw. I don't know. I don't know, man. I ain't even trying to figure it out. Okay. Where my socks? I got some socks on.
So
I ain't
let
gonna
the
lie
people
though.
know. So let the people know the next time you got to fight.
Oh, my next fight is February the 7th. Yes. 6 o'clock. Her business.
Y'all heard it first.
February 7th. And like I said, stay tuned because I am going to make my way to Krishan whether they like it or not. Even if I don't get to fight her, I am going to her fights. I want to see who she's going to fight. They do let me grace her with my presence. I'm going to show you why my name is Spank and I just deserve to be here. You know?
That's real.
That part.
Anything else you want? Any shout outs you want to give before we get out of here?
I yeah, will give a shout out to you for one, for giving me the interview first and foremost. I thank you and appreciate you for putting me on your platform. You did not have to do that, and you
I,
chose to take time out your day, even after the day after, to still get this done with me. I appreciate you for that. This has gave me a lot of insight. I see people following me already from your page that I don't even know. I thank you for that. I'm gonna thank my coach and everybody at the Hurt Business. Y'all know what's going on. I see y'all on the 7th. All training is still up for grabs. If y'all need that, we come to the gym, get busy with me, burpees, all that. We on that. I'm gonna give a shout out to all my Spank supporters and any new Spank supporters for following me on my journey, supporting me in any way, form, or fashion that you can and may have. I do want to thank all the people that are new on here on his YouTube platform for just taking your time out your night to come see and listen to what I have to say and hear my better, explanation to who I am and how I operate and what you should be looking forward to when you see me next. My next fight is February the 7th, 6 o'clock. You can tap in on my page at also you spank with 2 underscores and you will see it in the link in my bio.
I call it OC.
I'm fucking crying. I'm crying. Man. It's better in person, I tell you. This shit tough in person. I ain't gonna hold you. I listened to it before and
Hey,
I kind of scared myself.
I ain't the guy to clear, man. I ain't about to get
No, back to section table, boy. Thought shit was sweet.
you.
PG-13. PG-13, y'all. I do not condone in any violent activity unless it's in the ring.